Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave. It's Monday, but more importantly, we have a interesting match here. If you didn't see yesterday's match, please go watch it, because it's going to go hand in hand with yesterday's stored match. With that being said, guys, we are going to have ourselves a good old time in Montana. Alright? Listen, I love this ship, and especially because you need, 5 legendary matches right now. When I don't have a lot of time, this is the one I've been playing just to get it quickly, because obviously I do pretty well in it. I actually had somebody say my stats would go down in it. To the contrary, instead of 1.4 million and 130 damage dealt, we now have 1.5 million potential damage average against us and 140,000 average damage each match. Not that damage is everything, and that leads us into today's video. Okay? Yesterday we talked about adjustments making the difference in a match we had yesterday. Excuse me, guys, I'm still a little sick yet. But today, we're going to showcase something a little different that's going to go hand in hand with that match, okay, from yesterday. So, first off, we see a GK, broadside. We're going to take a shot. We're going to show that island who's boss with half of them. And we are going to go ahead and use our plane for the extra damage because we're running Arthas. And, we get 2 shells, not too bad, right? So I could understand not getting a Citadel here. Now, Montana's going to be a little bit trolly to me in this match, okay? You're going to see people get away with things that normally Montana does not allow. That is a flat, and I mean flat broadside GK, right? A flat broadside. 7 full pins. No Citadels. Decent salvo, though. No Citadels. I would... Man, if that was me, I've been dead in 1 second. Normally, I'm not one to complain about that, but that is about as bad as it can get for getting lucky. Now, we have Delaware, and to this Delaware's credit, he's going to do a pretty good job of being annoying. Okay, so he's, you can see, almost got me with the first set of planes. I knew to back up right away. Also, we're being careful that we don't just run out in front of everybody. Alright, so we're taking a look at the map while we're reloading. And you can see, obviously, Delaware is our best available shot. So, besides GK getting lucky here, you're going to see a little bit of trolliness, right? Montana, I don't miss that much with. And you can see, out of our 12 rounds, we only hit like 3. It's alright, not the end of the world. I've had good matches and I've had bad matches, right? With the accuracy on any ship. It's weird to see out of Montana. We're going to take a couple shots at the Alaska and a couple shots at Delaware. You guys see me do this a lot. I aim my front turrets and my back turrets differently. Alaska is doing a very good job of angling. Now, one thing I want to mention is if the Delaware gets another set off, I'm backing up, but he's still got a piece of me, so kudos to him. I will say, out of all the ships I've ever played, right, in the game, and I've got over 400 ships, so I will say the most annoying to play against, in my opinion, for the most part, or the hardest to get rid of, or can be the hardest to get rid of, is Alaska. However, BA Montana is, I swear, Alaska's kryptonite. Almost every video you guys see, I end up demolishing somehow in Alaska, okay? And we're going to talk about that here in a minute, but a little bit more about the demolishing part. But I just want that to be said. Alaska does not have a lot of weaknesses, but for some reason, when I get in BA Montana, the thing is like, this guy is angling well, but most of the time it's like playing up against the Mino. I don't know why, but this Montana and the BA Montana and the other Montana it's like its weakness. I don't know why, but it ends up being that way. As we're going to show the island who's boss again, and this Delaware is getting pretty lucky so far. We did take a little chunk off him there, but so far we've gotten pretty unlucky with dispersion. Now, this Navarin, remember how much health he has, because that's going to be important. But this Navarin, I thought, if I'm in a Navarin, I would have pushed up into them islands that these guys are pushing up into, because that would have been a perfect ship to do it in. It's also very tanky. But you can see very quickly, I'm wondering where that destroyer is, because I am located. Alright, trying to let the gearing know. Not to ruin anything, as Delaware gets another good set on me. Not to ruin anything, but gearing is not gonna care at all about anything in this match. That's okay, it happens, okay? Probably his first legendary. We've all done it. I did it all the time in my Yamato, but there is the absolute Dev Strike on Alaska. I don't know why, but it's like Montana is the one weakness to Alaska. I don't know, man. That can be a tough ship and a lot of other ships to get rid of. Particularly, like, sometimes it can even be tough in a Yami, to be honest. But because Alaska gets some good citadels on Yami. It's some pretty crazy angles. Also, again, GK, completely flat broadside. No citadels. The only thing I've been able to citadel is Alaska. Now, we're going to go ahead. I'm asking for his help to push up because we have a Musashi here. And you remember, our Navarin's got a lot of health, so I'm thinking we could do this. I still got a full heal yet. We're going to take a shot in Musashi has already hit us once good, right? He did get a hit on us, so we got to be careful. We know he's not a terrible player. He's not using HE. He's pushing up in the correct spot. But, again, Delaware, even after moving, he still gets a decent torp strike. This Delaware was very solid in every way, so kudos to Delaware here. We're going to go ahead and get a Citadel on him, though. We finally get one. That's our first Citadel that isn't Alaska. And without even saying anything, we're at 200,000 damage. Now, here's my thought process. We gotta get rid of Musashi. Why? Because he overmatches everything. Also, you're gonna see, oh, there's a destroyer in the B cap. Alright, so if I sit here, I'm gonna get spotted and eat a crap ton of torpedoes from the Delaware and whatever destroyer this is. So, in my mind, my decision here is I gotta push up and make something happen. Alright, this is why the video is called what it is. Decisions, not damage. Because this is my decision to go up and push, and you're going to see our outcome. Now, surprisingly, I'm not spotted yet, and I expected to be spotted by that destroyer. We're going to go ahead, we're going to take a shot at GK. Why are we doing that? Because we got to make sure we get rid of GK. We can't leave him alive. Alright, we obviously, Musashi seems like he's a decent player. He's paying attention. And we do not get the kill on GK. I don't know what this GK had for breakfast, but he needs to go and buy a lottery ticket. Alright, so remember, Navarro's got a lot of health, so I'm thinking maybe he can broadside Musashi, or I'm going to ram him. One way or another, I figured that I was hoping our Navarin actually takes him out. But you can see we get a double strike. So Musashi kills our Navarin, and I kill GK and the Musashi for a double strike, which I've never seen happen before. But you'll notice one thing. I left that Delaware alive, and that's the problem. I didn't expect to have to ram Musashi there. I thought, this is my thought process. My thought process was he's not going to pay attention. I'll be able to get around the corner, and before he gets his guns turned on me, I'll be able to wreck him, right? We don't. And that decision cost us the match because I'm not here for the end of this very close match, which clearly I could have been the difference for, right? We could have got the cap. That would have broke the tie. My decision to push up there was not the ideal one. I guess it wasn't a terrible decision, but in the end, my decision to push up there when probably I wasn't going to get spotted by the Destroyer cost us. And it doesn't matter that I almost had 300k. That decision cost us the game. And that's what I mean is, sure, it looks good on a damage spectrum. You know, that's pretty decent. It's not as high as when I set the world record in BA Montana, but it was solid, right? 285 is nothing to sneeze at. But we did, in fact, make a decision that made us lose the game. Anyway, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time, folks. Have a good one.